This has been sitting at room temperature since last Saturday night. You see, there's like a tiny bit of mold developing here. I've just noticed there's like mold spores in my house, and it's because I've been keeping it fairly warm. Tastes right to me, which is the reason why the guys love me. The guys love me because I eat rotting food. And I'm just like, oh, you know what? As long as it's edible, it's fine. I ate the whole thing, you know. And there were 2 of them that I collected from the rotting grocery boy. Rotting grocery boy. But yeah, I always avoid like, because I can tell like that mold is like superficial. It's not fine. And you know, and really, mold is just like, most of mold is just like some variant of like penicillin. Okay, you couldn't possibly die from that. And that were like, you know, maybe I should consider the fact that at some point in time, I think children cannot eat like this. Okay, absolutely not. But they do. In Mumbai, in the slums, they do. They eat like this. They eat around the mold, and they use mold for penicillin. So I ate some of it, and I'm just gonna throw the rest of it away just because I have too much other food. And so what am I eating today? Greek. Eating Greek today. Because I found a bunch of kind of like old stuff that I was making last week. Because I had garbanzo beans which are dried, right? And you can expect most of like garbanzo beans and stuff like that, right? That they keep in warehouses for a long time. You could expect that they have like a shit ton of chemicals already added to it. So it's not like it's gonna go bad. And I had put some citric acid in the beans because I put some spices like some cumin and some curry in the bean paste that I made. And so that's what this is. I know it looks gross, but it's very good. So I put citric acid in it and it preserves the beans. And so that's about a week old. Because one day I was like, oh, I'm gonna make hummus, and then I just forgot that was in the fridge really. And then I grilled eggplant because I bought eggplants about a week and a half ago, and I had to grill it. And after I grilled it, I was like, okay, I'm really too full to eat it, and no, never serve food like this to anybody else because I know like my body is probably like my body's different from eating like this, you know? So I would never serve food like this to anybody else. Like anybody else, like if anybody comes to the house, I would never serve food like this old. It would be like 2 days. Like if I got it from the grocery store 2 days ago, then I'll serve it. Or a day of. Or it's coming frozen and, you know, it's like frozen and defrosted. And then I boil it for a long time. Then fine, you know, but I'm not, you know, I'm perfectly aware that people are not able to eat like this without getting extremely I mean, yogurt. It's yogurt. Cilantro I bought 2 days ago. Are you sure 2 days ago? 3 days ago? It's Friday. Right. 3 days ago now. Almost 3 days. 2.5 days ago. And oh no, I think I went grocery shopping on Sunday. Shit. Oh, that's fucking 5 days. I mean, it was ridiculously fresh is a problem, you know? I mean, I'll tell you, okay, the filling of these pies that I made, okay? Oops, that's a piece of onion. Oh yeah. Yeah, so I made these, okay? They have, pork and fish and leeks. Inside, okay? And, the pork and leeks has been, like, in and out of the freezer for quite some time. But it's been in and out of the freezer for like 3 weeks. But the thing is, the fish is frozen, and I suspect that the pork has a lot of like medications in it. Because that's just what they feed pigs. They feed pigs like a shit ton of antibiotics and whatever. Okay? Antimicrobials, antibiotics. All sorts of stuff that's in the meat. I just expect it not to go bad as quickly. And I always like, you know, make sure that's okay to eat. And the only time I got really sick here is like from food out, actually, that I left, or just from food out, like once with like tilapia that I bought from a store, like meaning I went to a restaurant, okay? Like fish from a restaurant. And then I was getting abdominal cramping, you know? But it didn't feel like it was like from food poisoning. It was like somebody had purposively put something in there. And the monitors thought that I wasn't supposed to be going out to the area, so they quote punished me on my neuro list by like forcing me to get sick and go to the hospital. No, to the hospital, nothing happened. I just was put on an IV. That was that. My guess is everybody's trying to swap me out. And when I get to the hospital, I think this is what happens. I think they get their entire sub-basement like shut down. Weird stuff starts happening. And then still they let me go. Pretty much that's what happens everywhere. No matter what they do to detain me. And whatever it is that they do, okay, this is really quite good. The oil that I used is from frying something. I cannot remember what I was frying. That's how long ago it was. Maybe a month ago. Maybe even 6 weeks ago. I was deep frying something, and I kept the oil in a pan, and I was just using it. Now, of course, if I'm serving something to somebody else, I would not use it. Or if I thought I was going to give it to somebody, I would not use that oil. But I use that oil for myself. Because I know I can handle it. Wouldn't make a difference. Otherwise, I just have to pour it down like the trash can or something. But yeah, see? It just smells like fish and pork. An egg. I mean, I actually reheated the beans. I rinsed the beans off like about 5 times. Even though I know that the sliminess comes from like the starches, I was careful and I rinsed the beans off 5 times and then I put it on the pan. I heated it to boiling temperature along with the hummus, so I recooked it essentially. Even though it had citric acid in it. Because the bean side didn't have citric acid in it, only the hummus side. And I shouldn't have stored it like that. I was expecting to have consumed it very quickly. But I got thrown off track, so I didn't consume it. I would say the filling is a teeny bit sketchy. Not get me sick, kind of sketchy, but I'd say if I didn't really want these, I would have thrown away. But because I had a lump of leftover dough from 2 days ago, I was going to make this with yesterday. But then I realized that I dropped some romaine in the fridge. That was it. I mean, okay, I should just fucking go to the store every day, okay? But the thing is, like, I have to go get my oil changed. And I'm still trying to figure out why the oil change didn't register on my system. That's a very strange thing. So I'm just like, okay, should I go back to the same place or should I not? Even though it's a dealership. Or should I go to the place where I got my car where the salesperson called, the accounting manager called me a piece of shit on the sales floor and didn't get fired because he's black? Like, is that where I should be going? Granted, most of them are not black. Most of them are like Asians in black faces, which is exactly what I don't want. Like, no, I don't want to partake in your shenanigans of wearing blackface. Thank you very much, Deep State, or whatever the fuck you are. Don't need that. It's really, it's like, okay. If Hyundai doesn't give me my fucking rank, then yeah, Seoul's going to fucking drown. Yeah, people are going to get stampeded to death. Yeah, there's going to be explosions everywhere. We don't fucking do this. Right. On to me. You will fucking have issues. Well, that's it, Just like that's the reason why I've not gone to get an oil change. Because they're giving me shit. And a lot of shit. And not only are they giving me shit, I'm giving them shit back.